Oh, Martin, Suzanne, welcome along. Just setting up on my Facebook here as well. Just excuse me for a second. Yeah, there we go. Let's get our angles right here. Perfect. Right, so we're all very welcome along. Welcome along, everyone on YouTube, and welcome along to everyone on our Facebook page as well. So, seated chair gym today. So all of the exercises will be led from a seated position. As always, with my format, I like to break down the movements, explore them, and I will try them for 2 rounds. And just to try and connect with parts of the body. So maybe the lower legs, shoulders, hips, just try and connect with all these different parts of our body is the goal within this session. So good to be back. A couple of days off last week. So first thing we will do is our warm-up. Just letting everyone tune in there on Facebook as well, just not rush in. So I have a couple of movements lined up. Some will have tried before, anyone who's been with me, and then 1 or 2 movements which maybe haven't tried before. So let's get started warming ourselves up first of all. Shoulders, which is typically where I like to start. Rolling the shoulders back. Just an area that gets tight and stiff. I just always like to begin rolling the shoulders back. Just looking to bring any movement at all in here. And then if I change my direction and bring those shoulders forward in circles. So just slowly forward in circles. Okay, just opening up, bringing the hands up and just lightly pressing out from chest. So just to push straight in front, out from our chest. I think that's the moderator there. How are you? At least all working okay there. That's perfect. Just pushing straight out from chest. And then just relaxing the hands together, relaxing the arms, turning the body right, turning the body left. I always like to incorporate some form of rotation, movement through the upper body into our warm-up. And keeping those hands together. Just wanted to raise towards the left shoulder and then up to the right shoulder. So just lightly going across side to side. Sylvia and Jean, great to have you with us. Welcome along. Keeping those hands together. Raise or elevate the elbows. You see the hands are just in front of my head. Rotate to the right. Rotate to the left. So just moving from that higher position now. Keeping the elbows elevated as I move side to side. Just go another couple of times. Maybe what I'll always say begins a little bit tight. Maybe as you go along, the movement opens up a little bit as you go along here. And down. Bringing hands down to legs. Stretch down towards feet. And back up. So just go as far as comfortable. Straightening back up. Those arms straight. Down towards feet. And back up. Just moving, opening everything up before we explore a couple of harder movements. Okay, and then from this position, if I just lightly raise the arms in front, just to about shoulder height. Not needing to go any further. Opening arms out to side, just reset nice and tall. Mindful, if you look to your left and right, just that you have sufficient space here. So you open the arms out to the sides. Marie Ballybrack, great to have you with us. Welcome along on YouTube there. And back down, okay? Moving down just into a march. Just getting the legs moving here, any movement at all. One thing I'll always say when it comes to the march, I just try not to slam the feet down. So it's nice and soft. I bring those knees up and return the feet nice and light to the floor. And from this position, just stepping one leg at a time out to the sides, just moving through the hips. And then just extending the legs out one at a time, just switching on. Right leg, left leg, just a nice light extension. And returning back to the march. And again, just keeping the movement nice and light. And then again, opening legs out to the sides. We have a little bit of hip work today. It's just a harder variation of this movement pattern. So just opening up, stepping out to the sides, working through the hip on each side. And then again, just to extend the legs out one at a time. Final parts of the warm-up here. I'm just going to pay a little bit of attention to the feet. Again, we're going to work on a heel raise variation today. So what I'll do first of all is just tapping the heels out in front, nice and light. My toes are pointed up and my heels just lightly tap into the floor out in front. If I swap position, pointing the toes, so stretch the foot out and just lightly tapping your toes into the ground. Opening the position wider, tap the heels out, so just stretching slightly more diagonal now or out further to the sides. Again, nice and light, tap the heel down with your toes pointed up. And then we'll do that same action, lightly tapping your toes to the floor. So out the angle here, tapping your toes into the floor, nice and light. And then return your feet in towards each other here. So my feet are tight and I'll just rock the feet forward and back, up on the toes, back on the heels. So just if there is a little bit of tightness, stiffness around the ankles, we're just looking to get any movement at all here. Just open up the position as much as we comfortably can. And just continuing another couple of seconds. And down. Okay, so that is our warm-up complete. I'm just going to reset myself nice and tall. It's going to work to a really nice rotation movement, like a thoracic rotation here, or just a little variation, kind of a breakdown of movement. What I want to do is straighten my two arms out, just ensure that you have plenty of space to work with. Just come a little bit forward if you need, that you have space to safely open your arm and just test out the two directions there. So make sure you have a little bit of space before beginning. Arms placed in front, palms of the hands face each other. Open your right arm. And I want to follow that movement, rotating my body with the arm. Return back in. I'll continue on. Open to the right, return back in. So really nice rotation here. Open the arm to the side and back as far as comfortable. Follow the movement with your head and allow the body to open up as well in this position. Let's go another couple of times here. Just get a feel. What I expect is this movement, you get a nice rotation, and hopefully this one just feels quite nice. If you're a little bit tight, a little bit stiff, this movement pattern could feel really nice. And down. Reset. We're going to work to the opposite side, but just want to reset the position. Nice and tall, arms out, palms face each other. Open the left arm and open up my body with the arm. So my head follows to the side, my body opens up. Again, I'm not too bogged down on the specific number of reps, just a couple of times. Let's just get a feel of the movement here. Opening out to the sides, maybe 2 or 3 more times here. Feels really good going to the left, probably a little bit tighter on that side. And down, okay? Just relaxing from that position. Working the legs next. The movement I like to straighten the legs out, your feet elevated up off the floor. And I want you to lightly pulse those legs up and down. The key point here, not keep the feet up. Keep the legs straight and just lightly pulse up and down. Not a huge range of movement. I'm going to work for a good block of time here. A little bit of tension through the thighs or the top of your legs here. So just keep that one going. Lightly up, down, up, down, up, down. Keeping the feet elevated so I'm not making any contact with the floor. And I'm just keeping that little bit of tension through my legs. So I'll just continue on. Another couple of seconds. And rest down, okay? So reset. We'll explore those movements again. We'll always say anything is painful, immediately stop the exercise. If you need to change the movement, bring the range back a little bit, by all means, always make those changes. There's no pressure at all here. So let's explore them again. Nice and tall, arms straight, palms of the hands facing each other. Open the right arm, and I open my body with the movement. So I allow my head to follow, and I allow my body to open up as well. So I'm not just moving from the shoulder, I'm allowing the body to open up here. So a couple of nice, we're not going to go too high on the reps here, but some just nice controlled rotations to the sides. Let's maybe try 3 more times. And I'll go once more. And back down, okay? Just reset, readjust. Nice and tall, arms straight, palms face each other. Open to the left. Again, open up that body. Follow or allow the head to turn. But the most important thing, just staying in a range of movement that you're happy with. You don't have to push anything crazy far here. Just stay in a range that you are happy with. But a nice, strong, controlled rotation to the side. And as I say, hopefully this movement should feel quite nice. Let's try it 3 more times. 2 more. And I'll go for that one last time. And back in, okay? Relax those arms down. Switching on to the legs again. Elevate the 2 feet. Straighten the legs out. And let's lightly pulse those legs up and down. And keeping the legs straight, keeping the movement small, and just pulsing, keeping a nice tension through the legs. Working for a good 30 seconds or longer, just continuing on with that movement. Keeping it going, keeping the feet up, keeping the legs straight. Nice tension through the legs. Let's continue on another couple of seconds. We'll just finish out this second round of our first block of work. 3, 2, 1. Rest those legs down, feet down. Okay. First block of work finished. Second block of work next. And I'm going to work on the heels, and I'm going to break this down. So I'm going to show you from the side. I think this will be the best view or angle of the movement. Right, so feet hip width apart, but what I want you to do is take your left foot forward. So essentially, bring that left foot forward, but keep your feet hip width, but your left has been brought forward. From this position, that back right leg, which is closest to my body, I want to lift. So the heels on that back right leg, the heel just lifts up and down. The front left leg, I'm just going to keep it flat to the floor. So I just want to break the movement, and essentially I've taken the left leg away and I'm just working through the right leg, or the right foot, which is closest to my body. Elevate the heel, return to the floor. Elevate, return, and just continue on like this. Okay, so I like to, as I often talk about in these sessions, maybe just breaking it down one side at a time, lifting the 2 together. Maybe don't realize the weakness or the difference in range between the 2 sides. So in a session like this, where we're just exploring movements, trying to connect with different parts of the body. That's really the purpose. So maybe you can get a really good connection back of that lower right leg here. Again, when it comes to a movement like this, I like to do lots and lots of repetitions. The first couple might feel tight. Maybe it starts to open up and you start to connect after a good couple of repetitions here. Let's keep going. Maybe 2 or 3 more. And 1. Reset. Okay, so now I want to bring the left foot back and take the right foot forward and kind of away. So I think you're kind of moving that right foot away from the movement. So it's the back left leg. Lift the heel, return to floor. Lift and return. And kind of take a note to yourself. Is it much harder on the left side? Is it easier? Are you restricted in the movement, or is there a really good lift here? So just kind of checking in with yourself. Is there a difference from one side to the other? You just elevate the left heel, return flat to the floor. Heel up, return to the floor. We'll just continue on like that. Just lifting that heel up nice and high, returning flat to the floor. Again, I like to do plenty on a movement like this, so we'll just keep going high with the reps, maybe 3 more, and then once more. Okay, just give those lower legs a little bit of a break. Next movement, I sit ever so slightly forward. There's space between my body and the back of my chair. Reach, twist, pull back. So think about connecting with the back of your body. Reach, twist, pull back. 3 phases to your movement. Reach, twist, pull back. Continue on. So all I want, this movement is just to get a little bit of connection, a little bit of feeling with the back of my body. Those 3 phases. Once more. Reach, twist, pull back. I bring the elbows in. I narrow the angle as opposed to widening the angle with the elbows. And that for me just gets a really nice connection and feeling in the back of my body. I've sat forward in my chair, and that just gives me a little bit of space to bring the arms back. So I'm not restricted by my chair. I have space to really pull back and get a nice connection. Go for that once more. And down. Okay, so let's try that again. The heel, right, left, and then our back movement as well. Any changes you need to make, goes without saying. We can change anything, no pressure with any movement here. So my feet are flat, they're hip width apart. Take the left foot forward, away from the movement, just working through the back right foot, okay? Lift the heel up, return to floor. Heel up, return to floor. So we're just working through the right leg, lifting the heel up and down. You've taken the left foot out and away from the movement. Movement through the ankle, maybe feeling a little connection back at the lower leg. And we'll keep it going. Think of a nice strong lift every time. Get that heel up high, return flat to the floor. And we're going quite high with the reps here. And you have a good chance to explore and connect with this movement. Just keep it going, heel up. Another couple of times here. Let's go for 2 more. And 1 more. Reset. Bring the left foot back. Right foot is forward and out of the movement. So it's that back left foot. Heel up. Return to floor. Heel up. Return to floor. And I'd be interested maybe that second time. Maybe there's a little bit more power. A little bit more spring there on the second time. I definitely feel that really good in this second time on the left side. It's just a much freer movement. Heel up. Return to floor. Getting a nice feeling in the back of my lower leg. Nice connection on the calf here. So heel up, back down. Just continuing on. Another couple of reps here. Might find that difference one side easier or harder than the other. Again, they are natural things we might expect with movements like this. 3 more. 2, 1. Okay, let's go back to that rotation. And pull back. Sit slightly forward away from the back of your chair. Reach, twist, pull back. That lovely feeling connection with my back. Reach, twist, pull back. And let's continue on. Again, I've sat forward. That gives me space to bring those arms back. Keeping the elbows close. Give a nice squeeze and connection. And that stretch forward and a twist before pulling back. Again, with a movement like this, just think about, can we get some feeling, some connection with the back of our body? Let's go maybe 3 more repetitions here. And then once more. And down. Okay, so as the second phase or block of work finished, we'll move into our third block. Very dull and dark outside. It feels it's getting darker and darker here. So let's move in. A little bit of a coordination challenge coming up. And then I'm also going to work the hips, give them a little bit of a challenge. Anyway, we'll do the hip part first, and that'll work better. Sit nice and tall. Hold the side of your chair if you like. Lift your right foot up off the floor. Open the leg to the side. Return back in. I like to bring my hands together, but you can hold the side of your chair if you like. Whatever way works. Movements limited, just through the hip. So my body doesn't move. I'm just working from that right hip. Opening foot leg to the side. Returning back in. Small range of movement. Not looking to force that leg beyond where it wants to go. I'm just going to keep it short enough here, as that hip will tire with this action. Let's just go one more time. Back down, rest. If you need, every time you return, you might just like to tap the foot down, like so, and just to give it that if it feels really tough for you. Again, left side. Foot up, open, return back in. Open, return in. If you feel, as I'll demonstrate from now, that you need to kind of just reset every time, that's perfectly fine. So you might find that hip is getting very tired here and you just need that little reset. No problem. But if it's okay, just keep that little bit of tension and just continue to gently swivel or open here. All that control is through the hip. Just another couple of times. And let's go twice more. And then once more. And back down. Okay, reset. Just switch off from the hips for a minute. Just a little coordination challenge. The best thing is if I just move into this movement. It's a little bit tricky when you try and explain these perfectly, but in its simplest form, you're going to reach one arm forward while the other arm pulls back. One hand will be open, the other hand will be clenched as you pull back. But I'll just get straight into it, I think is the best thing here, rather than making this kind of endlessly complicated. Nice and tall. So arm forward with that left hand. Think like a guard directing traffic. Your arm straight, hand up. And then what I want to do is pull the right hand back with a clenched hand. Swap positions. Right arm forward, the hand up. Left hand is pulled back. And just continue to switch. One arm forward, one arm back. The arm that goes forward, the hand is up. The arm that pulls back, the hand is clenched. So a little bit of coordination here. And we're working through the hands and fingers, as has been brought up kind of as a topic before. Some of us maybe just that little bit of mobility through the hand or fingers. Some of us maybe just that little bit of mobility through the hand or fingers. And again, as I said, the best thing is just me showing it rather than trying to explain it too much. One forward, one back. A couple of times. And once more. and rest down. Okay, we'll return to that one. A little bit of coordination. I like those things within the session. A bit of a brain challenge. Okay, there's good movement through the hands, fingers, shoulder, but just think of it as a bit of a challenge as well. So we don't mind if that goes a little bit pear-shaped. It's part of the fun and challenge. So reset, nice and tall, but we will get a chance again. Right foot up, open the leg, return. Open the leg, return back in. Remember that tip, if you want to rest the foot down every time, absolutely fine. If you just find this is very tough on the hip, just set the foot down. Again, just so you're not going to force this beyond where it wants to go. We'd expect generally a small enough range, unless you're really, really mobile through the hips here. But just a nice controlled open to the sides, back in, keeping foot off the floor, if comfortable to do so. Going to go twice more. And once more. Rest down. Left foot up, open, return back in. Open, return in. That tip again, if you want to set the foot down briefly, I can just briefly take that tension off. So you can do that, and if you like. Otherwise, just continuing to open the leg out, just a couple of inches out to the sides, back in. Think of this action in the way you might step into a bath, into a car. So that's why we like this movement pattern through our hip. Just continuing on. We'll go 3 more. 2, 1, and down. Okay. Back to our coordination challenge. Nice and tall. One arm forward. One arm pulls back. Ooh, forgot to open the hand. One arm forward. One arm pull back. Hand is open as I go forward. Hand is clenched as I pull back. Just continue to swap between the two positions. Again, we're not too hard on ourselves if this one goes a little bit funky or wrong on us. One arm forward, one arm back. Hand open. Think like a Garda directing traffic. Other hand pulls back. Let's go another couple of times. Really deep concentration on this one. And rest, okay? Just relax that one down. Hopefully not too much. Hopefully that one was okay. Right, so kind of along the similar lines, just going to finish up with the hands. Best way, I might just zoom a little bit closer just to show what I'm doing here. Just bring the 2 hands up. We talked before about the hook hand. So where you imagine the fingers tapping to the top of the palm of your hand, as if there were hooks here that you're going to tuck them into. So that's what I want to happen with my right hand. I'm going to close in like so. And I want to open the left hand. Then I want to swap places. So one hand tuck in, the other hand open up. But it's really just through the fingers, if that makes sense. I'm not fully clenching the hand. I'm just going to the top, to the palms, where you might have calluses here on the top of the hand. So I'm just curling the fingers in on one hand, opening on the other. And it gets a lot trickier like this when we try 2 different actions for each side. I'm just continuing on. And down. Rest down briefly. You'll notice I wasn't really moving the thumbs. Maybe your thumbs were moving, but let's get the thumbs moving for this one. So the hands up again. Now I'm going to keep the fingers from moving. I just want to bring the thumbs across. You know what? Let's do it opposite. So right and then left. Let's make it harder again. Why not? Just closing the thumb across the palm of the hand, one at a time. So you're just moving through the thumb and the fingers. The rest of the fingers are not moving. thumb across the palm of the hand. And down, rest. Okay, you might feel the forearm just get a little bit tired, so just rest down. Take a couple of seconds. We will try those actions again a second time. Okay, so just reset. Okay, a couple of seconds, and let's go again. Arms out, hands up. I want to think that first one, like little hooks here, that you're going to bring the top of the finger towards, opening the opposite hand, and then switch. So one hand closed, fingers down, other hand opens. But again, I'm not going for a fully clenched fist position. I'm just bringing the fingers to the top of the hand, the top of the palm of your hand. So just moving through the fingers, one side at a time. And probably takes a good bit of concentration here. Tricky when you break it down like this with the opposite action per side. And rest, okay? Just rest out of that position. Take a couple of seconds. Moving the thumbs next. But again, I know those forearms might get a little bit tired in that position. Reset, arms out, hands up, thumb across, just swapping sides, one at a time, bringing the thumb across the palm of the hand. So I'm just moving my thumb across the palm of the hand here. And we'll just keep going. Again, it takes a little bit of concentration on this one. And let's go twice more. And rest, okay? Relax those down. I'm just going to sit back a little bit. Okay, so they are our blocks of work. Just want to take us through a cool down next. A little bit of extra work there again on the hands, the fingers. So you might notice, like when it's a little bit colder, that's what I've been saying with those ones. You might notice the benefit of any kind of finger movements like that, or through the hands, or maybe there's a little bit of tightness or stiffness, and that can often be noticed when it gets colder. You just mightn't have that same movement. So hopefully that could be something that helps. What we want to do now is just take a couple of nice movements, relax the bodies down after a good block. We covered a lot there, working, trying to connect with the back and lower legs, movement through the ankle. We worked through the hip. We were connecting with the back of our body, that rotation, lots of different things. Probably another couple there I might have forgotten as well. So first thing, let's bring those 2 feet back a little bit. Lift your heels up, high up off the floor. And I want to spend a little time in this position. Heels up, those 2 feet back a little bit. Lift your heels up, high up off the floor. And I want to spend a little time in this position. Heels up, and relax down. Walk your feet forward, elevate the toes. So now lift your toes up. Hold that position. Back down. Walk the feet back. Bring those heels up. Hold. So I'm on the toes, my heels are up. Nice long hold, and back down. Walk the feet forward. Point the toes. Back down. Walk the feet back. Heels up. Hold position. Toes pointed down, heels pointed up. And relax. Once more, walk the feet forward and point those toes up. And let's hold. And relax. Okay, just bring the feet just a natural stance. Let's step out with the right leg. Foot is flat to the floor. Might feel a little stretch in the inner thigh. Just going to hold for a couple of seconds here. And back in. Left leg, same action. Open or step out to the side. Hold the position. And then let's step back in. Step. Hold. And back in. Okay. Just reset. Want to extend the right leg out. Just going to hold the position. Straightening out that right leg. And rest down. Straighten out that left leg. Let's stay in this position. Rest back down. Once more each side. Straighten the right leg. Hold position. Back down. Straighten the left leg. Hold position. Okay, just going to give one more lower body stretch and then a couple on the upper body to finish. So from your seated position, I want you to sit slightly forward in your chair. Straighten your right leg. So I'm on the heel of my foot, hands rest on the left leg. Nice and tall. I just want to gently lean forward, and I might feel a nice stretch through the back of my leg here. I don't want to drive myself very far forward. I want a very controlled tilt forward, and that should be sufficient to feel the stretch. Return. Straighten the left leg out so you're on the heel. Toes up. Hands now on right leg. Gently lean forward a couple of inches, and I feel that stretch back of the leg. Return. Straighten the right leg. I'm on my heel. Hands on resting leg, on the left leg, and lean forward. Again, just until you feel a stretch here, and just avoid a sudden harsh drive forward, because you'll just feel too much of a stretch. It'll just feel a little bit harsh in that position. Return. Straighten the left leg on the heel, hands on right leg. Gently lean forward, feeling that nice stretch through the back of the leg. And return. Okay. Just move up to the upper body then. If I open my arms to my side, pull back, open out that chest. Let's just stay in this position. And then rest down, reset, pull back, open out chest, hold position. One more time, just relax, pull back, open chest out, and rest down. Okay. I'm going to sit again slightly forward, hands up, press forward away from your chest, stretch out the back of that upper body, hold for a couple of seconds, pull hands back, see my elbows come back, I squeeze shoulder blades together, and I hold position. Press, let's hold that position, pull back, and let's hold that stretch. Going to go twice more. Push forward and hold. Pull back and hold. And hold. That nice squeeze between shoulder blades. You can even hear that in my voice. And relax. Okay. Roll the shoulders back. Just change. And then just roll the shoulders forward. Thanks very much, Mary. And Martin, no problem at all. Glad you enjoyed that. Very welcome. You guys on YouTube, very welcome. Everyone on YouTube there. Okay. And what we'll do next, just a little rotation. Let's just fold the arms. We'll keep this simple. Fold the arms, rotate your body to the right. Head comes with the movement. Pause for a couple of seconds here. Swap over to the left. Slowly rotate your body to the left. Pause, hold, and let's hold this position. Slowly rotate to the right. Let's hold position. And slowly rotate to the left. Once more, each direction. Rotate to the right. Rotate to the left. Relax down. Just a nice kind of movement to finish. Breathing tied in with a light movement. Hand side of head. You'll see my elbows pointed forward. Draw a nice big deep breath in through the nose. Open the position. Slowly exhale. Relax the elbows. Same again. Once more. and relax down. Okay, so that's our session for today. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Thanks very much everyone on Facebook, everyone also on YouTube. So great work everyone. We'll be back again tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And I'll be back myself on Friday next, I think. So enjoy the rest of your week, and hopefully we're all feeling good after that. So brilliant work, everyone. Great stuff, Facebook. Well done, everyone. Thanks very much, Sylvia. Mary, very welcome. Very welcome, everyone. Marie, Suzanne, Martin, everyone there. Brilliant stuff. Very welcome. Helen, very welcome as well. No problem at all.